right. What's going on with you, Nikki?
Oh, it's been a wonderful day. You know why?
Why?
Because it's my birthday week.
Hey.
So every day has been a new celebration, and I am not getting tired of the partying. I'm going to actually have a party later on tonight after the show, so it's been great.
You know what?
I love all the love and support from it, and yeah, it just makes me feel really happy.
I can hear.
How's your week been?
No, you know what? It's been fine. It's been fine. It's been busy. It's been busy, no doubt about that. But hey, that's normal. So I guess I could say it's all right. I had a slight cold, a little bit of a hang up. Yeah, leading into the beginning of the week. But other than that, not too much complaining to do. Working hard, things like that. So it's been wonderful. But hearing your vibes and hearing how happy you are just uplifts the mood even more for me.
Fantastic. And I just want to keep everyone's spirits lifted, and I am so hopeful for 2015. Last night I had a taping, and I had a good friend of mine who is a gifted intuitive come on the show, and she had some really optimistic predictions for 2015. And she says that it's not anyone's imagination if they notice that there's been a lot of shifts going on in their personal and professional lives. And she says that has a lot to do with astrology and the stars. That stuff I'm not really too well versed on. Right. But she says the good news is all that stuff you've been going through has been growth, and that growth is going to lead to some amazing transformations in 2015. So a lot of people are going to see that whatever stumbling blocks they had to start the new business or to do a new venture, it's all going to be gone. They're going to be totally fearless, and they're going to go right to 2015 and start their new project, and it's going to take off. So that was great news for everybody in the audience. So I just wanted to share that.
That is awesome. I'm feeling good about 2015. I wonder what it is, Nikki, because a lot of people really feel good about this year. I wonder if is it the number? Is it the 15? What? I'm wondering what it is. I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait.
I cannot wait. I really can't wait. And for my own situation, I'm going to be in Trinidad.
I know.
For New Year's.
Oh.
My very first time away from home, and I've never been to Trinidad, and I can't wait to experience that and getting myself ready for the Miss Plus Size Universe pageant representing Jamaica, and the pageant day is January 4th. So I'm feeling good. I'm really looking forward to it. Whatever the outcome is, it's going to be wonderful.
You know what? And that's congratulations. And the thing about that is you're taking you're taking 2014 out. You're taking it out on a bang, on a loud high note level, and you're bringing it in with that. You've got your next 2 months, or the rest of this month, next month's just going to be exciting for you. We're happy to hear that.
Yeah, yes, it's really building the anticipation, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Did you get around? So I'm assuming. Okay. Well, yeah. No, you'll be here for Christmas. So, have you put the Christmas tree up yet, or?
I did. I put that up maybe about 2 weeks ago. I just put my mind to it and went through the storage room, got all the old ornaments, and I bought some new ones, and just went for it. How about you? Did you decorate the tree, everything else?
Oh yeah, same thing. You know what? The household over here is one of those households that as soon as Thanksgiving, as soon as the turkey got put away, the tree went up. So,
yeah, so it's good. I like tradition. That's part of what holiday spirit is. Yeah.
I know. And a bit of a funny story concerning the Christmas tree, and this has got me because this is the first year that I have had a cat as one of my pets for Christmas. And so it's amazing because my cat has now found a new hiding spot inside the Christmas tree.
Look at that. The Christmas cat lives in the Christmas tree.
Right. And so, it was amazing because I know one day I walked into the room and I was just I was on the phone, kind of minding my business, and I said, why is the tree moving? Right? It kind of startled me, and I looked down and I just saw this tail hanging out. So I said, okay. But I've been lucky. because he has not. And our cat's name's Spooky, by the way, Halloween name. But
wow.
You know, but I've been lucky. We've been lucky because he hasn't knocked any of the ornaments off. So you know, that's amazing. Surprised by that.
Good. You know what? The way my mind works, I'm thinking that's a really good name for a children's book. Spooky the Christmas Cat.
Yeah. It is, as a matter of fact. All right. So, you know, otherwise, has anything interesting been been going on in the news up there on your side of the globe, or?
Oh, there's always things going back and forth, but the whole Bill Cosby thing is just getting more and more uncomfortable.
Oh,
you know, when I first heard it, it made me cringe, and I was like, no, not Mr. Huxtable.
Right.
And I think the latest thing is that Mr. Cosby is kind of pleading to reporters to stay impartial to this whole process. It's just hard for me to understand why someone, was it from 1974, is now coming out and making all these allegations? Like, why did it take you so long?
Yeah, and the crazy part about that is I had kind of thought, I had almost stopped really paying attention to it because I didn't, it was just so confusing and messy that I didn't really know how to take anything. And so I had thought that it was kind of trying to die down a bit. I know his wife had spoke out on the matter. As a matter of fact, I didn't get to catch up exactly with what she said, but were you able to hear that?
No, I didn't get that part.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Something tells me that after a while, it's going to go away. Oh, as a matter of fact, on that topic, there was a situation, I'm not sure if you heard about it, but there was a situation concerning social media by a 15-year-old girl, I believe she was, by the name of Jada. Apparently what happened is that a few guys had got her intoxicated or drugged up or something of that nature. Yeah. And took advantage of her. I hate using that word rape. It's such a horrible word, but so I'll say took advantage. They took horribly took advantage of her, and then posted pictures of her laying
all over
exactly
all over the internet.
Right.
That was horrible. I mean, to be assaulted that way and then to keep reliving the assault. Mm-hmm. And everyone witnessing that, I mean, that must be extremely traumatic for that girl. I mean, she's a child.
Yeah, that's insane.
So, that is insane. So, are they bringing charges against you?
Yeah, I think one of the young teenagers, as a matter of fact, has already been charged. So, a big yay for that, because that's horrible. And I think an extreme example needs to be set in situations like that. There was another situation where a young lady concerning the Playboy Mansion allegedly had also been taken advantage of. Now, in relation to somewhat of the Bill Cosby issue, what happened was the prosecutor said that they were not going to bring charges against this person that allegedly raped this 15-year-old girl at the Playboy Mansion because of the statute of limitations concerning something along the lines of how long it took for that story to come out. So in relation to what we were speaking about Bill Cosby is, besides the fact of the story just being kind of bad and no one really knowing if it's true, when it comes to legalities, they probably won't be able to do anything about it anyway. Because
I wouldn't think so. It's a real cold, like a frozen case.
Yeah.
It's been out of sight for so long, so it may take a little while to warm up if they can.
Yeah.
At all. It loses its credibility if it's been unlooked at for so long. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's unfortunate, but what I really would like, people who are listening who have been in a situation, I mean, God forbid, but don't be ashamed of what happened to you. You're not responsible, and get the help that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to make a statement, do that. Don't be fearful. You have to protect yourself, and you have to walk proud. Don't let anyone break you because of their issues. There's so many people who are hurt And like I said before, it's hurt people who hurt people. And there's so many resources out there that victims can get help, and the people who are not dealing with whatever they've been hurt by, and they're going around, continuing this cycle, they need to get the help.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you're 100% right on that. Those are not the type of situations that, people would want to wait on. Number one, because you can't help yourself, and it's, like you said, it's something terrible, and people who do those types of crimes need to be pointed out right away. And then on the second point about that is that it makes it so that people start to look at, that people may start to wonder if you had an ulterior motive behind it, and why didn't, someone come forth with that sooner. So yeah, I agree with you. When things like that happen, go tell somebody right away. Go call the police right away. Yeah.
And if it's a child, listen to your child and believe your child.
Yep. Absolutely.
Believe them.
Absolutely. Yeah. On a bit of a different note, so Jay-Z is apparently buying the I think it's the LA Dodgers, I believe it is, and bringing them back to Brooklyn. So he's buying another team now.
Another team?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing extremely big, doing extremely big things. So congratulations to them on that move. Also, there, him and B are in the process of buying this amazing mansion. I saw this house. I believe it was on TMZ. They showed this house. This house is phenomenal, and they were in the biddings. Like different people were bidding on it, and apparently J&B had put the highest bid in, so they should be closing the deal really soon. But $70 million. Yeah.
That is amazing.
$70 million. And
yeah, they are the ultimate power couple, aren't they? I just love looking at them. It just inspires me.
Yeah.
What hard work can bring. Two people with all the talent and who have come from humble beginnings to have made names for themselves. I think that is amazing.
Absolutely. Look, I want to ask you. I know you don't like when I ask you that question about.
What is it?
It's about the weather up there and what it might be doing. So just in case, so we're just going to a song right now.
Okay.
Instead of
thank you for sparing me.
Exactly. But of course you're lucky. See, the thing is, I'll be cursing everybody else, but you're going to be on a flight out. You're not going to have to deal with it.
Hey, you know what? Don't hate the player. It's so nice to have a little warm weather in this kind of situation, so I'm really looking forward to it. But enough about me. You have a little holiday song for us?
Indeed I do. Some Boys to Men, and They Will Let It Snow. They said it, not me.
Okay. All right. You're listening to Throwback Thursdays with Keith Harris and myself, Nikki Clarke, on hotlineradio.net. Keep it locked.
Just in case you are just tuning in with us now, you are listening to Throwback Thursdays with myself, Keith Harris, and the one and only Nikki Clarke. Nikki.
Yes, sir. We're back with an incredible woman who is an avatar master. I'd like you to please welcome Tia Greno to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Absolutely.
How are you doing, Tia? I'm great, Nikki. How are you? Excellent. And I'm so glad that you're here with us, sharing your pearls of wisdom. And it was such a pleasure to meet you. It was like a couple of months ago, and how everything has spiraled to this. And it was a pleasure of mine to actually go through a forgiveness exercise with you. And it came at a really timely moment in my life, and I've learned so much. And then you've been on the show since that time, October 29th, you came on the show, and again, shared with so many people, learned from you. So I think so many people are going to just really enjoy, what you have to share. today.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And, you know, when I met you, you walked by that avatar table, and it was like you saw a ghost. You said, you have a forgiveness exercise.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what we started, you know. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. So tell us, what does an avatar master do, and how did you get involved in it?
Well, I got involved because I had been very interested. I was a social worker professionally, and then I got very interested in self-development work in around 1999, around there. And I just kept doing courses. You know, there's millions of them out there. And I got on the trail of self-development because I found it very helpful for myself. And, you know, after therapy, after going through difficulties with the divorce and children, you know, therapy was great to a point, but then there's a point where you have to just, you know, take your life and move on. And that's where I found the self-development work is so helpful. And, you know, Avatar was introduced to me about 4 years ago, and actually 5 now. And when I took that course, it was very different than anything else I had done. And the results, you know, were very different than anything else I had done. I found, you know, in doing this work, like, I actually have peace of mind, which is, you know, that's what we all want, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
You know,
Sorry, Nikki, just to cut you off. I want to remind everybody out there listening, if you have questions or you want to join the topic, the area code and phone number to dial is 510-340-5396. All right? Now, back to you, Nikki.
Right.
Sorry, guys. All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I really decided to become an Avatar Master. Avatar, by the way, is it's the most powerful, pure self-development program available. And I believe that it is. And it is a set of experiential exercises that were developed by a man by the name of Harry Palmer. And that's really what the course is. It's a set of exercises that you can use every day in your life. And, you know, I help deliver the course with other people. And, yeah, that's basically what we do, is we are masters where we guide people to the Avatar course.
Okay. Now, what are the different themes in Avatar? I know forgiveness is one of them. What are the
themes? Well, basically, it's living deliberately. I mean, Harry's first book is Living Deliberately. Meaning that, you know, so much of our lives are on automatic. We react to people the same way. We react to situations the same way. We're on the same diet. You know, we are programmed.
Mm-hmm.
And Avatar, you learn to take control of your mind and, you know, sort out some of the indoctrinations that you've had your whole life, and then be able to live deliberately, meaning you can create what you want. So this is like the ultimate creating force.
Okay.
Right.
Now, I wanted to ask you, that during the holidays, it can be a jubilant time for many people, you know, getting together with family and friends and just putting aside everything and just making time and sharing of themselves. So that's the happy part. And then there's some people who are isolated because they may be alone during the holidays. So, you know, depression tends to be at its all-time high during the holidays. What would you offer to people? What kind of exercise can you help people to, you know, get through the hard times during the holidays?
Well, I have a couple of things here. Like, one is if you're, whatever your situation is, if you feel completely overwhelmed, you're in a tizzy, you don't know where to start, you've got so much to do, one of the things that you can do to recover attention is to just sit down, make a list of everything, all your unfinished projects, and then set them aside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then a second one for that situation, I think, is you pick a worry and outline the sequence of that worry, the thoughts that lead up to that worry. And then deliberately think the thoughts in sequence until the worry fades.
Okay, so say, for example, the worry is, I don't have enough money for Christmas presents.
Right.
You would write that down?
Well, you just go through the sequences. Like, so then what came before that? Like, and then what comes after that? And then, what are the sequences of that thought process? I'm sure that's not the first time you've had it, right?
Okay.
Thinking about, not having enough money. Right.
Now, would that have anything that, like, are you speaking about kind of in a before or after sense? Like, let's say scenarios. I know sometimes if I have an issue and I'm having problems dealing with it, I go ahead and jump to what is possibly the worst case scenario. Like you say, okay, I might say I've been through this before. Right. Like,
exactly.
I've been through.
Exactly. I'm not going to have any money, and then I'm going to lose my house, and then my kids are going to starve, and then I'm going to...
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right? I mean, whatever the sequence of thoughts are that you have around that worry, you deliberately think the thoughts in sequence until the worry fades.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll eventually... Sorry, go ahead.
No, but that should recover some energy for you.
Mm-hmm.
The expected result is that you will recover some energy.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what about go ahead?
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead, Nikki. Sure.
What about people who are they're just really depressed. No amount of they just can't reconnect during this time.
Yeah.
How do they go through this with some help through Avatar?
Well, I can offer them just one exercise is to change, like, to recover your perspective. This is how you can start one of the exercises. You breathe in and notice something far away. Okay? You breathe in and notice something close up.
Okay. Now, are these when you talk about far away or close up, what types of things are we visualizing here? Is it something across the room, or is it the actual?
It could be anything across the room, so that you're breathing in and you're noticing this thing that's on the other side of the room.
Okay.
And then you breathe in and notice something that's very close to you.
Okay. And this is
repeating that, and repeat that 10 times should recover some of your perspective.
So this exercise is helping you to be mindful and to help you concentrate and sharpen your attention.
Actually, that exercise is going to actually help you be in the present. Because when we're in the present, nothing is so important. And when we're really, down, and I found for sadness for myself is there's an exercise where you climb one or more flights of stairs. Okay. And before each step, whisper something you have to be grateful for. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And these type of exercises will obviously put you in a bit of a better mood somewhat. Like the objective is to just take you out of that negative place, I assume.
Right. Now, this one, the expected result on this one is a sense of grace.
Okay.
And who can't use grace in their everyday life?
Of course.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what about, go ahead.
Yeah, another one for sadness is to deliberately do a good deed for someone without being found out. Which, when we're depressed, we really don't feel like it, but this really helps because you have an increase of self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of depression is just that, we're not feeling good about ourselves. Right? So that I found that's a very helpful one. And all of these, Nikki, are in a little booklet called 10 Ways to Take Your Life Back. So you can start taking your life back. And anybody who calls or texts me, I will send them this for free.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm happy to.
Would you...
Can you repeat the name of the title and how people can reach you?
It's 10 actions you can do today to start taking your life back by Harry Palmer. And they can text me at 716-633-0715.
You're in the Buffalo area of New York.
I'm in Buffalo, or you can Skype at Tia Greno. TIAGRENO.
Okay.
Skype your address, and I'll be happy to send this to you. There's so much help, so much free from Avatar on the website also.
Okay.
For people that are interested.
What about people who want the resources like you received when you're going through your Avatar master course? What if they want to go and get those resources? Is there a place? Is there somewhere they should go and get?
Well, you have to do the course.
Okay.
The course is it's an experiential course that is in other words, like sort of these exercises that I told you about today.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a trained Avatar master to teach the world lessons, the experiential lessons. It's not intellectual, so having all the books in the world will not bring you to Avatar.
Okay.
The Avatar master guides you to the actual lessons already contained in your own consciousness. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but there is a book that really explains the course. It's called The Avatar Path: The Way We Came, and that really explains how consciousness works, how our minds work, and the key is having control over your own mind and steering it deliberately, and that's what Avatar teaches you to do.
Okay.
What are some of the benefits of forgiveness?
Oh my God!
Those were just some of the things. Hard for us.
Yeah, well, free attention, health, you'll regain attention when something is released like that.
Right.
You gain attention, and with attention, you'll feel your creative juices can flow.
Right.
Not forgiving is like they say, it's like taking the poison and hoping they die.
Right.
Yeah, and it just, it's not, forgiveness is really not for the other person, it is really to free you.
So true.
Okay.
Yeah, so, religions have said for centuries that, without forgiveness, they've based, the whole religion, on forgiveness. And without that, you'll be living at karma forever. So why not forgive? Right. So, so you have a choice. You can say, here's the incident. Do I want to forgive on one side and have peace of mind, or do I want to say no and continue to suffer?
Right.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. But, you really have to learn how to forgive. It's just not a mental thing. The Avatar has a beautiful forgiveness option that you and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've done that with so many people, and, when people release things that they've, that something that's happened to them in kindergarten, and they're 65 years old, and it was something that, it really affected their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's gone, you can see it on people's faces. You look younger. I told you, the Avatar facelift.
It is. It truly is.
It is. I know. It is. And the people that, all of us, we just feel like we're ageless because, we're just always working to release more of the past, move forward into the future with it being happy. So,
everyone wants to be happy and loved.
Exactly. And, some of the benefits of forgiveness, a new life, peace of mind.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I did the exercise with you, and I guess people react differently to, whatever is brought to the table. But my particular thing that I was focusing on, when I did the exercise, and you had me, kind of go over the situation over and over and over, I got bored. Because I was just like, what? I've been focusing on this for years, and it makes no sense, and I'm going to let it go because it's boring now. There was no relevance to my life now.
Right, and that's what we would call a new perspective, right?
A new perspective, right?
A new perspective, sure, and the other, like when you start to look at some of these worries that you have, and you go around and around and around in that worry, and you're like, I'm over this,
Yeah.
But how many times people bring things from the past, they drag it their whole life.
True.
And, I decided I was not going to be a bitter, old, tired lady ever.
Mm.
And Avatar was my ticket. Yeah, because people do. You see people who are carrying the bitterness of their past, their parents, their ex-husband, their kids weren't blah, blah, blah,
Right.
And it's really pointless. They don't really know how to let it go.
Okay. So the Avatar will provide a comprehensive, guide to get him unstuck.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the Avatar is when you are able to manage any troubling aspect of your existence from a creator viewpoint, you have achieved the state of being called Avatar. It takes 9 days, a trained Avatar master, and that's the result of the course.
Okay. That's beautiful. And, I'm sure I'm not the only one. When I first heard of Avatar, I immediately thought of the movie. But Avatar is actually someone who is like a leader, like Jesus was an Avatar and Buddha.
Yeah.
So Avatar is how he was success.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you just said.
What would you describe an Avatar to me? I gave an example of Jesus and Buddha, but what's the official description of an Avatar?
An Avatar is someone who can see things and manage things from a very high state of being.
Okay.
So what we work on always is to increase our understanding, increase our state of consciousness, so that we're in a state of love, basically, and acceptance all the time. And that's what the state of being of Avatar is. And it's a process. I mean, you experience it in the first 90 days, but staying that way in your everyday life, that's, what we use the tools for.
Yeah, that's a conscious effort you have to apply every day.
Yeah, and it's easier. It gets easier the more you do it,
The more you do it.
But, yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you, sorry to interrupt you, I wanted to ask if we could do another exercise, and maybe Keith, you can join in with us, because when we did this exercise, it was in front of a group of people, and it's the compassion exercise.
Right, and this is something that you use in everyday life, and especially around Christmas time, when people are driving like maniacs, and they're cutting you off, and you're not getting what you want, and you really feel angry toward people.
Okay, I'm in.
You're there? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to put your attention on someone, maybe anyone in your life that you would like to flow compassion to, or maybe someone you don't want to flow compassion to, that relative that you don't want to see, or that you're not looking forward to seeing for the holidays.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I got it. I got somebody.
Okay. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his or her life.
Okay.
With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. And with attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is learning about life. This can be done by couples and family members to increase understanding of each other. It may be done on old enemies and antagonists still present in your memories. It may be done on all other life forms. It's one of the 33 exercises that can be found in Resurfacing Techniques for Exploring Consciousness by Harry Palmer.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I know I had to.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was just getting ready to say, I know, when I was saying that to myself, I started thinking, okay, I can understand, where that person might be going, because even if it didn't get me to totally agree with their side, it gave me a better feeling on my own side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, everything starts with compassion. We're not that different. Sometimes, one of the things, in one of Harry's talks, because, whenever you're criticizing someone else or angry with someone else, where have you done that? Just look at, where have I done that? And feel compassion toward that person. And, that's going to bring changes way more than being angry with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can totally see that. Tia, Tia, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I think I'm always learning from you, and I think the people who are listening, a lot of light bulbs went off, and I'm hoping that people who are hurting can really benefit from your words today. And again, if people want to be in touch with you to learn about the Avatar course or to just learn from you, how do they reach you?
Facebook is Design for Living. You can, I love phone calls or texts, 716-633-0715. I'm happy to talk to anyone. And Skype is Tia Greno, Tiagreno. And the Avatar website is www.theavatarcourse.com. And we're going to be having a course starting January 3rd through the 11th in Orlando, Florida, and I would love to bring, people. But if anybody texts the right thing, like I said, I'm happy to send them the 10 action booklet and a compassion card.
Fantastic. I think that will be a great Christmas present for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tia, again, thank you so much. I want to wish you and your family a beautiful, Christmas and a blessed 2015. I really feel optimistic about 2015, like I was saying with Keith earlier. So,
I do too. All the best to you, and thank you so much for having me, Nikki. And we'll be in touch soon.
Okay, very good.
Okay? Yep.
See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You have been listening to Throwback Thursdays with Nikki Clarke and myself, Keith Harris, right here on Hotline Radio. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.